My balls were a little itchy there. Sorry, I had to take care of that. Very important. High priority. Ball itching. You know how it is. I have like, I feel like I have unusually large testicles. You know, I feel like that. Unironically, my mom told me that when I was born, I had like unusually large testicles. I don't know if I still do. Maybe they've like gotten a bit more to scale with my dick size and my general body size. But like my I don't know why my mom ever said this to me. It's very weird. But she told me I had like when I was born, I had unusually large testicles, and it was like worth telling me, I guess. How many baby testicles has she seen? You know, that's actually a good question. How would she know that that they were unusually large? Your mom talked about your balls? Yeah, I don't remember the context, Mr. Ball. Let's not delve too much into that. I don't know if I want to remember that No, I'm just kidding. Like we were just like fucking in the car one day, and she was like talking about how much of a pain in the ass I was when I was a baby, and apparently like there was some thing led into how much of a pain in the ass of a baby I was, and it had to do with my testicles being large. He's proud his mom loves his ball. I don't think my mom loves my balls. I don't think that's the takeaway from that. Yeah, I don't care about the video at this point. We found an article. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Do you love your balls? It's hit or miss with my balls. Like I love my balls when I don't notice they're there. You know, like it's one of the like my. Here's the thing with my balls. Okay, if I don't know they're there, I'm cool with them. But if I know they're there, it's because something bad is happening, right? They're sticking to my thigh. They're itchy. They feel a bit uncomfortable, or they're like, you know, been hit or they've been hit by something or nut tapped. Dude, I would rather be kicked in the balls twice than be nut tapped once, okay? You guys know what a nut tap is? So this is something that we did at school for those of you guys that don't know what a nut tap is, all right? You take 3 fingers, okay? You can even do 4 depending on, you know, the what you need to do, right? But if you're really going in for like a very precise swing, um use 3 fingers, right? So typically you want to do this like for the best like effect, you want to do it when someone's wearing like basketball shorts or like sweatpants, something like fairly not like jeans or something, right? Jeans isn't or like khakis, something like that. Not very good for nut tapping, right? You're not getting a lot of force to there. A lot of kinetic energy is not going to get through that, right? So what you do is, I want you to imagine my fist. I want you to imagine my fist are the balls, right? You don't go like, that's not what you're trying to do. You do a really big flick, right? The flick is the motion, okay? You go like this, all right? I want you guys to be able to hear it, okay? I haven't done this in a little while, so my form might be a little bit off, okay? So you'll have to forgive me for that, okay? This is not a lesson. This is just a demonstration, okay? That. Not too hard. Just a little. Just a little. Okay? And I promise you, you hit somebody in the balls like that, it's like getting cut with a really sharp blade, you know? You're like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And then the blood starts coming through the cut, and then you feel the pain. That's what nut tapping is like, okay? At first, you don't feel anything. The person who's been nut tapped doesn't feel a thing at first. You're like, was that it? But then the stomach starts to hurt. You start to feel like you got diarrhea coming on, right? Like, you know that feeling when you like know you're about to have diarrhea, like you know that if you don't get to a bathroom soon, you're gonna shit yourself? Like that deep kind of like fucking crampish kind of pain you get in your guts. That starts to occur. And then this tight sensation goes all the way up your chest, and within 10 seconds you're on the fucking ground, okay? And you're just like, that is what being nut tapped is like, okay? If you need to defend yourself as like, I don't know, if like a dude's ever trying to rape you or some shit, okay? Go for the nut tap, all right? Go for the... Remember, it's a flicking motion, okay? You flick the wrist, okay? You don't just go... You go... I don't know if the frame rate on this camera is high enough, okay? You do a flick, Your wrist needs to have a lot of flick in it. That's where all the kinetic energy comes from. You don't use your arm, because if you use your arm, you might hurt your fingers, okay? But if you flick, the way that the motion happens, it makes your, you can even have your fingers be loose. If you have your fingers be loose, I feel like it actually has an even greater effect. It doesn't hurt your hand or your fingers or anything, okay? But you have to make sure you're accurate, okay? You don't want to hit the dick. You don't want to hit the taint. Don't aim too high and hit like their fucking stomach, their lower stomach or whatever. You want to aim right for the balls, okay? And you want to aim at the bottom of the sack, okay? Imagine this is the sack, okay? I'm giving self-defense lessons right now for people who could be raped, okay? All right? Imagine this is the sack. You aren't aiming for the side or the front or anything like that. You're aiming for the bottom, okay? The balls hang. The balls kind of hang right there at the bottom of the ball sack, right? You're aiming for the bottom. You want to shoot those fuckers up to their throat, okay? That's your goal. When you slap that shit, it's like hitting the ball in a pinball machine, okay? You're going to shoot that shit right up to their throat, okay? They're going to feel their balls in their heart, okay? You want them to be in their chest. You want them to be close to feeling like they're going to throw their testicles up, okay? They're going to throw up their own testicles, okay? That's what you want to do, all right? Of course, Swagger the Christie, I could go on for hours about the art of the kancho, okay? The art of the kancho. I've never done the kancho myself on anybody. The nut tap, that's but the kancho on the other hand, that'll send someone to the shadow realm. Okay, the kancho is when you intend to kill somebody. Okay, I'll give a short explanation of the kancho really quick. It's good content, right? So the kancho, basically, you lock your pinky fingers and your ring fingers together, and you make like a Naruto type thing with your fingers like this. Now you can have your thumbs out or in, depending on your preference, right? And this one really requires, I guess you could do it to somebody with jeans. You could probably do this to somebody with jeans, but if they're wearing like sweatpants or shorts, like basketball shorts, something like very thin, this is much easier. Essentially, you have to sneak up behind somebody. You have to sneak up on them. This is a stealth mission, okay? I prefer the nut tap when you are in like a battle. If you're in like a battle of some kind, like a brawl, the nut tap is better. This is more of like like they know you're there, you are in a conflict, and you need to like, because you're facing them, you're in front of them, right? But if you're behind them, of course, you could go for the fabled. You could, if you don't want to kill them, right? You could, of course, go for the fabled under the taint nut tap, right? Where you reach under their legs and you go, you do the nut tap like at the bottom of their balls, reaching underneath through their legs and like under their taint. This is also possible. But typically, if you're going from behind, you're on a stealth mission. And if you're on a stealth mission, you're instigating it, you're there for blood. And when I say blood, I'm talking literal blood. There will be blood. The person will shit blood for the next 2 days, okay? This is when the kancho comes out, okay? This is where you do the kancho. You have to sneak up behind them. Stealth, by the way. Stealth is very important. Ideally, they'd be bent over because that spreads the cheeks a little bit. And you just go right up their ass, okay? Now, you aren't actually trying to stick your fingers in their ass. You're trying to destroy their sphincter, okay? You want as much kinetic force, kinetic energy, pinpointed on these 4 fingers as possible to just destroy their asshole, okay? And I'm telling you this because it's possible that there might be some... this is only for... By the way, this advice is only for self-defense, okay? This is only for self-defense. However, you better have a damn good reason to bust out the kancho, okay? You better have a damn good excuse for busting out the kancho, okay? Because it's dishonorable as fuck, okay? Sneaking up on somebody and finger blasting their asshole, and not finger blasting in a not fun way, by the way. I'm pretty sure in like the UN, like the United Nations considers the kancho like a war crime. Okay, like I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure the United Nations, like, is second on the list. Like it's above mustard gas, nukes, and like executing prisoners, POWs. Okay, above all of that is the kancho. Okay, it's one of the worst things you can possibly do to another human being. You better have a damn good fucking excuse. Okay. Yeah, it's in the Geneva Convention. Okay, it's extremely banned. Yeah, like, world leaders have been executed for allowing their soldiers to concho the enemy. Okay. Yeah, what the fuck was all that I just said? I think I might be delirious from the lack of sleep. Okay. I think it's time for the segment. Are we all good now? Hypers if we're ready for the segment now. Can we get one more technique? That's all I know. Wasn't that the segment? Yeah. Okay. All right, let's get into it.